Mm, mm, mm. Sop her up with a biscuit.
Hello, my darlings, and welcome to a brand new episode of Girls Gone Mild. It's the first podcast of the new year. Don't mind my voice. My allergies are killing me right now. It's allergy season. The weather, it's going crazy because of the weather, and it's snowing. Snowing. Yay. But, yeah, I'm enjoying my Wednesday night. I go back to work tomorrow, and oh, yeah. Drinking water. So, I wanted to talk about today about my Resident Evil 2 gameplay and pretty much about inventory at work. I may talk about some of my coworkers a bit, but other than that, I think, yeah, this is going to be an interesting podcast today. Yeah, so why don't we get to it? By the way, before I talk about my gameplay, the beautiful woman that was at the start of my podcast, that is my good friend Hannah Pasco. She's very beautiful. Her boyfriend's a lucky man. If you want to check her out, she does have an OnlyFans. I'm not kidding, she really does. Um, I believe her OnlyFans is. Let me look real quick. Girly Lask. I think that's how you say it, Girly Lask. Yeah, I think it's Girly Lask. I'll spell it out for you. That's why you guys can look her up. GIRLESQUE. But yeah, if you guys want to look that up, look her up on OnlyFans again. Nice girl. Uh, very beautiful. I plan on having her as a guest on this podcast pretty soon. Hopefully, we can make that happen. But yeah, I just thought I should throw that out there. So help a guy out, help a girl out, do something. I don't know. Anywho, so anyway, the gameplay. Holy shit. Um, Here I thought that Crash Bandicoot 2 was bad, and when we get to playing this, God, my voice sounds terrible. I'm not sick. It's just my allergies suck. But anyway, here I thought that Crash Bandicoot 2 was going to be bad. Then you get to play in this game, and mind you, I have not played this in over a year. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. That's my fault for choosing the hardest difficulty. Here I thought I was going to be doing great. But I bet you if I was playing Claire, it would be a whole different story. Because Claire gets the special kinds of weapons. She gets the machine gun. She gets uh, the grenade launcher. Then she gets the minigun. But Leon, I mean, like my favorite guns are always the shotguns. Um, so I love the shotgun. But if you guys seen part 1 of my gameplay, I can't shoot shotgun for shit. I was ashamed of myself. It's funny because I only recorded 4 parts so far, and out of all of them, part 2 was the best because I didn't die in that one. It was just amazing to see how much I suck, and I'll admit that I'm not like the greatest gamer in the world. I'm just starting to show people what I do. But holy shit, I was amazed at, and I was surprised that it was terrible. Maybe it's just because I'm recording myself and showing it to everybody on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm camera shy. I don't know. But it's just amazing to see that I'm screwing up so bad over and over again. Um, but part four wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Um, just wait till we get to part five, because if you guys have been keeping up with the gameplay, we're gonna be in the sewers next, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. Um, I could pretty much say we're halfway through the game. Um, it's taking longer than I expect. I wanted to try to pass under a certain amount of time so I can get a certain weapon. If you guys have been following through, you know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, basically, what the hardest difficulty is called hardcore. Um, you can save, but you can only save if you have ink ribbons. And I mean, you can save as many times as you want, but you're only allowed 3 saves in order to get the weapon. But you also have to pass the game in an hour and 30 minutes in order to get the weapon as well. I mean, you can die as many times, but it adds the time to how long you've been playing. But also, when you die, and if you didn't save, it goes all the way back to the beginning. So that's why it's like if you've seen me every time I've been playing, I've been saving, because if I die, I don't want to go all the way back to start over again. Um, the first part was a hassle because I kept dying. Like I said, the second part I didn't die, so I made it through. Third part, holy shit! I'd probably say the third part was the worst, and that's the one that's going to be premiering this Saturday. And you guys get to see my Belle cosplay from Beauty and the Beast. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's my best cosplay I've done ever since doing drag. So you guys are gonna have fun with that. A lot of things come with it. I will say that part three is funny. Um, Part four will be next week, but I will give you a little preview of part three, and we'll go from there. And then we'll talk about inventory. Yay! So here's the preview. Oh, hi.
That scared me a bit. I think I pissed myself.
So, like I said, that's gonna premiere this Saturday. I think you guys will enjoy it and have fun with it and probably laugh at it, because I am the comic relief. Anyways, why don't we talk about inventory? Holy shit! Um, for those of you who don't know, I work at Macy's. I remember on the receiving team. For those of you who don't know, you don't even need to know about this. Anyway, our inventory started last Thursday. Now, mind you, I wasn't there for the first 2 days because I had to be at work in the morning to do my signing. And we didn't want that to interfere with inventory, so we weren't allowed to come to the first nights of inventory. I did, however, start inventory on Saturday night. Um, ooh, yeah. But Saturday actually went pretty smooth. I was surprised that it went smooth, but I was also scared that we finished early. We were supposed to be there for a good 8 hours, and then we ended up finishing up in in 4. That was surprising. That night we were doing ready to wear, and usually ready to wear takes long. Um, but unfortunately, we went by it pretty fast. That scares me a bit. Um, of course, there were a couple of mistakes, but other than that, we were able to get through it, and yeah, and go from there. So Saturday night was good, but I also got to have dinner slash breakfast with two of my favorite coworkers who are now my best friends. We have now created a bond that cannot be broken, and I'm grateful for that. Um, Sunday night, holy shit. It wasn't the worst, but it was god awful. That's where we did my area, the home department. But we also did the jewelry as well. But we did the home department first. Whoever laid out those tags needs to be fired. Um, Most of the stuff did not have barcodes, which I had to make them. That pissed me off. Jesus Christ. It was just one thing after another. And usually I don't get irritated, frustrated, or mad often. But when I do, and if I'm wearing my hat, I will turn my hat the other way to show you that I'm getting irritated. Um, but I still try to make the best of it. Make it fun for everybody as usual. At least I got to make two of my coworkers laugh their asses off. Um, See, I was expecting my area to be bad, but I didn't expect it to be this bad. This is probably the worst it has been the 4 years I've been working with this Macy's. Holy shit. And it's going to be 5 years pretty soon. My God. I just couldn't believe all the shit that was going on in that department. I mean, jewelry was bad too, but I don't know. I just whoever laid those tags out needs to be fired. I don't know what else to say about that. Yeah, but we haven't gotten to the last night, which was Monday night. Oh, yeah. If you have never seen me so irritated and ticked off, oh, it's a good thing you weren't working with me that night because holy shit, I was ready to strangle some people. I was ready to put my scanner down and walk out because I was so frustrated about how that whole night was going. Um, but which isn't just me; it was some of my coworkers as well. And it was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Backstage, we did backstage that night, and those of you who don't know, we just got backstage back in May. excuse me, excuse my voice. We just got backstage back in May, I believe, of last year, and it's like a discount store where everything's cheap, pretty much. Um, See, we knew it was gonna be bad, but we didn't think it was gonna be this bad. Um, Most of the stuff had to be reticketed. Um, it was just a clusterfuck. You had some of our coworkers giving attitude. Um, I wanted to strangle the people who were working at the registers who were reticketing. The manager backstage was giving my best friend an attitude because people are not going to reticket it a certain way, which in the end, he is the manager backstage, and he got to go home at 1 o'clock in the morning while the rest of us had to stay. And my thing is, why? Because, oh, he had college in the morning or whatever. Like, I get it. If you have school and all that stuff, I understand that. But I feel like that's not an excuse for you to leave early. But also, we're actually doing your area to make sure everything is done. And we're trying to help you in a way so it could go smoother and faster. But if you don't want to take that help, then you shouldn't be there. You should not be giving us attitude because we're trying to help you get this done. And you should be grateful that we got it done because you got to go home early. I'm sorry. I'm just irritated because, like, I'm just sick and tired of some people there give us attitude, the receiving team, because, oh, we're not doing it a certain way. Oh, we're not. Um, like, oh, we're not helping or something like that. Oh, I don't want to talk to this person because he's giving me attitude. Like that. It was just a crazy night. Um, I worked for 11 hours straight, pretty much. 11 hours straight. And like my allergies started kicking in, what, maybe the night before? Oof. They gotten worse the past day because like I haven't been getting much sleep. But oh, you should have seen me that night. I was beyond to the point where I was like, fuck this. I did have my hat turned the other way, but at the end of the night, my hat was completely off. My hair was crazy. It looked like I had crazy sex, or I looked like a psychopath. I was like, what the fuck? And mine, like I said, I don't get mad or irritated that easily. But it was just like, ooh. And at least, thank God, my coworkers, my best friends, calmed me down a couple times because they even knew I was at my point. They have never seen me get this frustrated. But it was also a combination of like I'm tired, I'm stressed, and like there's nothing going on out behind closed doors in my life, but it's just like work was like fuck you. Um but I mean like I'm glad it's over. I have my coworkers to thank for that, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I I don't know how I could do this job without them. That's why it's like I feel like last year the three of us, me, my friend Amanda, my friend Matt, we all had a weird and horrible 2021. But as the year started closing out, and then we're now into this new year, the three of us got close, and now we have a friendship that I feel like cannot be broken. Yeah, we already feel like 2022 is better for all three of us. And I look at it this way is that, yeah, work can be stressful sometimes, but we have the three of us to make it better. Like I would say, like Matt's the strength, Amanda is the pretty face and clever, and I'm just the comic relief. And I even look at it this way: like if one of us left, one of us got fired for some reason, then we all go. All three of us will leave if one of us got fired because we realize that if one of us is not here, we can't do it without that person. We can't do it with this job without each other. Because in the end, we're a great team. And I feel like Macy's would be stupid enough to let all three of us go. Or to lose all three of us together in the end. I wouldn't trade their friendship for the world. And I am grateful for the both of them because there are times that, I just don't feel like working. Or there are times that I just, like with inventory, I just don't feel like doing this anymore. I really want to go home and sleep. But they make it fun. I make it fun for them. I try to the last night of inventory, but I was too busy. I just want to get the shit done. Because usually I am the one who makes everyone laugh to get through the night. That was not the case anymore. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't trade their friendship for the world. I wouldn't. I feel like I wouldn't be here with work and where I am if it wasn't for the two of them. Uh, I'm always, like I always said, I'm always grateful for Robert Joki because I wouldn't be here with my drag if it wasn't for him. Now I could say that I wouldn't be here for work if it wasn't for Amanda and Matt. That's why I'm always grateful for them, and I always got their back. But holy shit, inventory was a nightmare. But now my next mission is I need to find myself a girlfriend so we can make our group, instead of a trio, it now could be a quartet. I'm sure I'll find my lucky lady pretty soon. She's just gotta be okay with me doing drag. And yeah, I think that's just the most important thing I need to find. She's gotta be okay with me doing my drag. But I'm not worried. I'm sure I'll find somebody pretty soon. And my coworkers are rooting for me because, yeah, we gotta make this a quartet no matter what. It can't be the third wheel forever. All right, so let's close this podcast out. Shout out of the week goes to obviously my good friend Hannah Pasco, who I mentioned earlier at the beginning of this podcast. Like I said, she has an OnlyFans, Girlesque. I think that's what it's called. Like I said, I'll spell it out for you. GIRLS. No. It's GIRLESQUE. That's her OnlyFans account. Like I said, go check her out. She's a real nice girl. Very beautiful, and I'm proud of her for being comfortable with her body and everything. Uh, I'm gonna try to get her on the podcast so we could talk more and know more about her. Uh, but yeah, help a girl out. Help her out. She could use an extra dollar and everything. Very nice girl. Um, but also, I wanted to say this is that to anyone who feels lonely, who doesn't have a significant other, you are worthy. Have faith. Someone around the corner will be coming to you and look at you and smile and be lucky to have you in their life. I know some people feel like they deserve to be alone, but that's not true. You deserve to have someone special in your life. Like how I feel. I deserve to have someone special in my life. But I'm not rushing. I know sooner or later my perfect woman will come running into my arms. And like I said, she's just gonna deal with my crazy life of being a drag queen. Mm-mm. But I mean, my last ex girlfriend was okay with it, um, even though that relationship only lasted for a month. uh, but there are some girls out there, there are some women out there who are completely okay with that. There's nothing wrong with a straight man doing drag, and there are some women out there who are completely okay with that. And as long as they make them happy, that's okay. Um, so I'm not worried, and you shouldn't be worried either, because some guy or some girl will come up to you and say, "You are beautiful. I would like to know you more. I would like to date you." Just simple stuff, but it'll happen for you. Believe me. I know, like I know it will happen for me too. But I will say this: I gotta stop playing matchmaker because I have gotten over the years. I have gotten two couples together. So, but I'm very proud of myself because if I know two people are perfect for each other, I gotta try my best to get them together. But I also want to end this podcast with a little audio clip from the Adams family because I think this is a perfect way for any guy to treat his woman. So I love you all. We're gonna end this podcast with that audio clip. Thank you guys for listening, and hopefully next week I'll have something else to talk about. Thank you guys.
Do you think she minded?
Of course not. She adores you.
I'm making such a mess of things. Gomez, how do you do it? How can I be like you? How can I be suave?
Woo her. Admire her. Make her feel like she's the most sublime creature on earth.
Yes, that's it.